Hello, beautiful, beautiful multi-dimensional beings, quantum access beings. Welcome back, or hello if you're new. If you have found this reading or this channel, it is no coincidence at all. You guys are a part of the multi-dimensional beings incarnated within the collective. You are having a different perception and experience of awareness, okay, of reality, of experiencing the perception of awareness and reality. You guys are having a very detailed, defined, interconnected experience of consciousness, and you have remembered a lot. So I'm feeling really called by your spirit guide, your higher self, to pull you a card from the Golden Future Oracle Guidebook. Now, there's a lot when it comes to, I wanted to say your cosmic origins, but actually there's a lot when it comes to new information emerging within the self and in the collective when it comes to remembering our history and our true nature. So it kind of like your higher self is saying at a personal level, we have this amnesia, we incarnate, and at a personal level, you've been able to remember, reconnect, and reactivate to certain energy centers inside yourself, which hold certain information, memories, experiences, and programmings. But this is also on a personal level, happening on a collective level. And there's things that you're observing within the collective that they're remembering that you've already touched upon or accessed into. Now, this is very interesting because with the Golden Future, you're bringing through, and your higher self is bringing through energies. Let's say, for example, Atlantis, lost civilizations, past history events, or pivotal moments that occurred within history and the experience or the evolution of the human that have been forgotten and now being uncovered, being recovered and remembered. This is like you guys very much bringing through this depiction of energy on the guidebook. This is a remembrance of vibration, frequency, light frequency, maybe quantum energy. We're about vibration, sound vibration, chakras, electromagnetic frequencies, civilizations. What were they up to? Animals, dolphins, telepathy, insects and animals and creatures that we can connect to. Like you guys, water. Like there's something about unearthing this information inside of you, and also you seeing this come out within the collective. You guys, specific message coming through from my spirit team, not your higher self, and they're wanting me to touch upon. There's something that if you're seeing this or finding this reading, they want to touch upon, and it's that you could have, through your incarnation, they're bringing this through as almost like a precursor energy, or almost like on the frontier. It feels like to me you've been through spiritual awakenings and you've been through many paradigm shifts, and in these paradigm shifts it feels like there's a lot of information recovered to you, there's a lot of information revealed to you, remembered by you. And why this is interesting is because you may find that you guys are downloading or being unearthed or discovering this information internally, externally, that's being revealed to you. And I'm channeling through, spirit guides saying there's someone who sees this happen outside of themselves. It's kind of interesting because what you experience inwardly, you tend to see shift around you as well. Whether that's your thoughts materializing into reality, whether that's certain realizations you're making and then you see people around you start to make them. It almost feels like the reality around you is catching up to you, but always a few steps behind. And now this isn't to say further ahead or behind in that way, just depicting the energy that's coming through. It feels like, we've discovered this, we're doing something, we're researching into something, we're realizing something that interconnects within our understanding of self, humans' mind, psychology, consciousness, or our society. And it feels like, once we've been through this puzzle, we're on to a next one. But then we see a lot of confirmation, a lot of answers, almost like the end credits roll out from these previous spaces of mental exploration, start to come out within the collective conscious space around us in society. You may find that it's like you're downloading certain things, maybe things like timelines. There's certain energies, concepts, or words that you have been revealed to you from your spirit guides or your spirit team that you've seen slowly come out into what your higher self is saying mainstream, which is kind of interesting. So psychic gifts, I'm splitting the deck to with number 16, learn to trust your intuition. It's kind of interesting because there's many things that you have received as information or intuitive knowing. Okay, we put the pieces together with intuitive knowing. Okay, with the psychic gifts, it says learn to trust your intuition. So your psychic gift is this coming through as this clairsentience or this claircognizance, an intuitive knowing, a sense of remembered information or remembered knowledge that you feel to the core of your being resonant with, that may not be validated or in this physical or societal realm. So it's kind of interesting. It's like, oh, someone remembers that they're telepathic and it's a psychic gift of theirs. And then, you know, there's nothing outside to validate this other than your own experiences. And then slowly through time, all these things coming out, like maybe like telepathy tapes or like more researchers going into finding information about this. You know, knowledge comes out more about quantum energy or quantum mechanics in a way of looking at light, quantum entanglement, you know, these other ways of logically understanding what we intuitively already know. So now, thank you, your higher self has said, okay, we've guided us to the exact right pool of space. So what this is saying is, your psychic gift is a gift of knowing. You're going to know things before they're discovered in the physical realm or proven through physical experiments or science. But you're going to watch through time, you're going to watch this happen. So there's certain knowings you know, there's certain psychic abilities you have to connect with a higher intelligence of knowing and of information and of remembrance. And it's like certain information or knowings that you're pulling from there that through your incarnation you will see emerge into the conscious mind space and consciously accepted around you through other processings and means. Remember, you have a gift of knowing. This doesn't mean just receiving information. It means you're given the inner permission to resonate with that information. If someone else tells you something, you have no choice, but you might not fully feel, resonate, or believe it. That's not the same with psychic downloads or psychic knowings. It's not the same with downloads from our spirit guides, spirit teams. Downloads from our spirit guides, spirit teams, we download and there's an instant knowing. There's an instant clarification of, I don't know how to prove this, but I will. I don't know where this is coming from, but I know in the core of my being that this is my truth and this is our truth. So it's interesting because through time you're going to watch society or the world around you catch up through logical understanding what you already hold as an internal knowing. So when it says learn to trust your intuition, don't just validate these things that can't be proven yet. Still hold them as a knowing for you if you've downloaded them and if you've touched upon them. Just because you can't prove it doesn't mean you can't hold it as your own intuitive knowing, because you actually experience these things. So don't be afraid to embody the fact that you are telepathic, because you guys have experienced this firsthand. This is not needing validation for the information, knowledge that you hold in a particular way, because you have to recognize that as a psychic ability, you're going to know certain things that haven't actually been physically proven yet you will watch come into that way through time, lean into that way through time. You will watch confusion grow and expand into knowings and root and detour and weave itself into veering into themes and areas that you have already connected things to. So this is not just about like knowing things before everyone else. It's in the fact that some of us are disvalidating what we know until it comes out in the open, even though we already know this. Don't wait for someone else to give you confirmation to what you already know. You already know it. Yes. And the thing is that your higher self brings through, a lot of these things, if they haven't been proven yet, this can be abstract things. They can be things considered as conspiracies or this or that, you know? And it's to use our own discernment because, like we say, we don't resonate with everything. The downloads you get interconnect into frameworks of understanding, consciousness, vibrational reality that are very significant. So yeah, you guys are going to see this happen. Learn to trust your intuition because things reveal to you through time. But we must validate and honor ourselves in that before period of time, before the external validation, before the external proof, before the external reassurance in a particular way. And now this is not about assuming things. This is about understanding and connecting the pieces of the past together in a way that could not be understood before. This is not law of assumption to future energies. This is connecting past energies together that align and interconnect up to this point in a much more resonant way that can only resonate and feel with very energetically. And it could be for your past personally or the past of society, the journey of society, of the world, of humans as a race altogether, right? Or in specific places. Because like we say, there's a lot coming through about ancient civilizations, things like that. And it's like, you guys may know things. One thing going through giants or starseed races who were incarnated here, you know? So it's kind of interesting how you hold a lot of this occult or fascinating knowledge that you're going to see be more widely integrated into the collective through time. Wow. So yeah, look, the Golden Cities is literally underneath the Psychic Gifts card. And it says, live ecologically and harmoniously. So there's something you know about society, something you know about a city or a civilization, something you know about a community or a way of living or architecture or structures, especially architecture for you guys as well coming through, civilizations. You guys are psychically gifted and you're able to actually tap into very advanced knowledge from that. We've just learned through time to not validate or trust intuitive knowing. And so this is what you're bringing back, validating and trusting your own intuitive knowing and your own intuitive truths. And why this is so beautiful is your personal intuitive knowings and truths that you've downloaded. And what's beautiful is that some of these are very specific and be very intricate, very detailed, or very abstract. And what you'll find is these same internal knowings you receive internally are also being downloaded by your soul group, other souls incarnated and scattered around. So you hold information that other people hold as well who are incarnated, who also don't need the validation, who also don't need the physical thing, because you guys may have theories or you may have ways of understanding how something could work. It's not just a theory about something, it's an understanding. Does that make sense? It's not a, oh, I believe that this could be possible. It's a, I've been led to perceiving this to be a possibility because of the information that connects together in its background or past, so and so. And it's interesting how you guys have these intuitive knowings that may seem so abstract to you, to then come across information from other souls or other psychic beings who are downloading these same knowings that are almost on the frontier for edge. This is like, we know things intuitively, and then it's a case of physical proof in a particular way. And there are certain souls in the collective who will not be able to integrate any sort of higher knowing until it's physically presented to them. Whereas you guys are like reverse engineering, understanding energetically. It's like you're able to feel physical things energetically, and you can still feel physical things that aren't here or have been here in the past or future energetically. You can still work through their inner matrices or their interconnected systems. So yes, learn to trust your intuition, spiritual technology, okay? Expand your imagination, share your visions. Share your visions. That's a message coming through. You are psychically gifted, share your visions. You are psychically gifted. Learn to trust your intuition. Share your visions, whether it's you painting them, speaking them, writing stories, whether it's making it into music. There's something about sharing your psychic visions. And what that can mean is sharing your inner knowings to what you receive. Some of you with your psychic gifts, you could receive psychic visions when it comes to having dreams or memories of your own past lives or collective energies. You know, you could be called to draw, write, describe, or bring back to life certain things that have been forgotten that you can access inside yourself. Especially like when we say like spiritual technology, expand your imagination and share your visions. This is like your awareness is expanding into your subconscious, and your subconscious holds so much stored ancient information, and it's like you're recovering this and then you're being guided to share your visions, whether this is like in a golden city you see in your mind, or you see another astral plane. It's like, write what this is like, write what it feels like, or draw what this looks like, draw your experience. You're here to activate a re-remembrance in other souls incarnated here through what you can re-remember, and what you re-remember triggers an activation of re-remembrance to the souls and the collective around you. But honestly, you guys, this is coming through very strongly. Spiritual technology, a re-remembrance, and how you will witness, you know, society collectively integrate to certain information that seems very abstract or theory-based right now, that is going to be integrated as a basic structure of knowing and operation in reality, like physics, quantum physics, telepathy, basic, right? And it's going to move from an abstract, magical, etheric energy into a very grounded comprehension. Things like vibrational thought frequencies, feeling frequencies, you know, understanding the energetic nature that surrounds us and that provides life and awareness and consciousness to us is going to be integrated at a much deeper level. You may find that through time this impacts society's actual ability to health and healing, to actually understanding the physical body, mind and soul interconnectedly, to be able to advance our society, our healthcare, our intelligence, our knowledge, and ourselves and our psyche. So tune into your divine blueprint. There's something about you being connected to your divine blueprint, you being a highly advanced spiritual technology that you can connect to inside yourself, because you guys are psychically gifted. Learn to trust your intuition, because you could even trust your intuition more now than you used to. It's like, it's very interesting how things could be clearing up for you. Just simple, light, airy thoughts of others that are almost pulling into a fog around you that you're receiving. It's kind of interesting how you validate your intuition now. And validating intuition doesn't have to be necessarily doing anything with that information. It can just be accepting and processing that information with the accurate projection of what it is. So you're becoming higher discerned at discerning your own thoughts and feelings to those around you, and it's helping you actually clarify this interconnected nature, or your telepathic abilities, or your psychic nature to deeper levels. There is a deeper sense of trust you're coming into when it comes to your translation or transmission of your intuition or your psychic receptive energies that you channel through. Some of you could paint, or that you could channel these into an art form, or you could be a conduit for higher beings through a sense of creation of some way, shape or form. This says, seek that which fulfills your soul, work satisfaction. Number 13 is the Death card. You guys are going through a big transformation right now when it comes to the higher calling work that you're doing with your higher self, your higher soul self, and your spirit guides, because there is something that is in your energy that comes with this expression, or this messenger, or this Hermes energy of birthing. Like it said, share your visions in a particular way. Don't disvalidate your visions. Your higher self, please take this in the way that it actually comes through. Okay, your higher self is cracking up, and I love the way the higher self channels through, because it's like there's never any need for being careful with what we say. We just get the self, and your higher selves come through so funny. It's like, please validate the things you know before you're annoyed that you didn't, because it's like when something comes out and is widely accepted, and it's like, I knew this the whole time. We're only going to be angry at ourselves if we didn't choose to validate that and actually do something with it. So it's like there's this energy of validate your intuition before it's physically confirmed. you will thank yourself for it. And this is a way to build on your intuitive knowing as well, because you guys receive a lot of intuitive knowings. There may be things that you know are going to happen, but then you're like, oh, maybe I'm just thinking this, or maybe I'm just projecting, blah, blah, blah. Then it actually happens. There's this essence of you know more than you think you know, and how you're connected to this divine intelligence internally. And your higher self, honestly, is so funny. It's like, please validate your intuition before you are annoyed that you didn't. And not annoyed in a really hurtful way, but just like, oh, why didn't I say this? I knew that. Or, you know, why didn't I take this more seriously? I received that intuitively already, and maybe I just doubted myself a bit about that information or that thing. But at the same time, don't doubt yourself, because the loop coming in here is, but what if that isn't everyone's opinion? What if that isn't the ultimate truth? Well, it's true. Truth is infinite and is actually existing on infinite levels. Not everyone is meant to have the same opinion, truth, or perception as us, but we are a piece of the puzzle that can help put the bigger picture together, not individually, but as a collective. And the more that you share your vision of your piece of your puzzle, even if it's not the same as others, even if it's different interpretation, you are still adding to this collective bigger picture. Remember, wisdom of the crowd. If anyone's ever heard wisdom of the crowd, it's that no one is right, but together everyone is collectively right. It's like if you take an experiment, I think they did this with a cow or a piece like a cattle, and they're like, okay, everyone isolate themselves, you know, no interference of sway over who's writing what. Let's do an independent experiment. Everyone write down how much you think this cow weighs, or everyone write down how many jelly beans you think are in this jar. Now, it's said that no one's going to guess right, but if you take the average from every single person's guess, you get the right answer. Wisdom of the crowd. So there's something about sharing your vision, sharing your perspective, sharing your opinion, because it can add to actually an accurate perception within the collective between all of our perceptions. So you are a puzzle piece that is very important, okay? I love you guys so much. This is where I'm going to leave today's reading for you beautiful souls, and I'll be connecting with you in the astral planes. Until next time, please take what resonates, leave the rest behind. But you guys seriously are the multi-dimensional beings, and this is a very exciting energy that we can validate and touch upon and connect with each other. It can be a more personal inner experience for you. So I love you guys so much, and I will see and speak to you all in the next reading. Mwah.